Hey everyone, and welcome to World Sim Wide, a trucking, flight sim, train sim, I don't know, all different sims kind of series that I plan to do here on YouTube. So I'm going to go through everything to do with this series when we are trucking, as well as a few things about the game and what I've got installed and stuff like that, as well as I want to talk about my YouTube channel as well. So let's get into a job and jump into the cab. So we don't want to let's just do standard price per distance, 27,000, and that will take us all the way down here. We'll go all the way through France down to San Sebastian. Seems. Oh no, Iron. She's just right here. So it's a trek and a half. That we're currently on Thursday at 11 o'clock in the morning, and they want this by midday Saturday. So it's gonna be a trek and a half. This, I think we'll do it. So with that being said, let's take the job, and I'll see you in the cab. All right, guys. So we are currently in the cab. What we're going to do is we're going to fire the truck up, we're going to take the dead man switch off, and we're going to get out of here. So, with this game, I am currently using a controller rather than a wheel. I did use the keyboard and mouse. It seems I have got my controller to work properly now, which is good. So, that's something that's a positive. Cars are coming. I'm going to have to kind of... Let me see, let's clear this, let this truck clear. And this other one. Just make sure that it's clear on that side. Ooh, nice, Ford Mustang. Right, so, let's push out, Right, we're good. Okay, so, let's get out of here. Like so. Okay, we're going to take a left here. Alright, so I'm going to try and weave in and out of Birmingham and get out onto the main road, and we can, you know, get going down to Dover and into France. Basically, let me just slow down here. So basically, with this game I have, well, not this game per se, but this series itself, I've rebooted about 3 times or so. I know that isn't a good thing, but it's going to be the last time that I do reboot. And like I said, the idea behind this series is not just Euro Truck. It's not just, you know, that's all that this is going to be, is just Euro Truck, because I know some people find this game quite dull and boring. But I'm going to try and add other elements in, so other simulator games in, so maybe something like American Truck, some sort of flight simulation or something like that. Train sim, I don't know, whenever I've got the money to splash on a simulator, I'll by all means, you know, buy something like that, so we can have more of a variety in what you are watching, but also what makes more sense for the entire series itself. So that's kind of what I want to do. Another thing I want to talk about is that I hope that you are enjoying the video so far. I know some people, like I said earlier, some people find this game quite dull and boring because all you're doing is just driving from point A to point B. That's it. But you know, it's a very chill game. It's nothing. There's nothing to it really. It's quite a simple game, so that's kind of why I want to play it, because I like playing chilled out games. I'm a chilled out person in myself anyway, so I don't see the point in, you know, messing around, you know, being silly and over the top, because that isn't me. That's not the way I am. Some people like that for videos, but I'm not like that. I may be considered quite dull and boring myself, but I don't see the point in being over the top because it isn't me, and I don't like that. So if you do find this, if you do find this game quite boring or quite dull or whatever, or you find me quite dull, whatever, you can either stop watching. Up to you. You don't have to watch the game if you don't like it, or you don't have to watch the videos I produce if you don't like them. But if you do, then I could do with, honestly and on art, your feedback on whether you like these kind of videos, and then B, some suggestions what I could do to kind of try and make these videos a little bit more interesting or exciting in a way. So that's kind of what I want to talk about that. As for this game, I'm currently running Pro Mods 2.27. There is an updated version which you can get right now. There'll be a link in the description to the Pro Mods website. You just got to register an account if you haven't got one, and you can download the new version, which is 2.30. I myself am not going to update to that because of a few reasons. One, mainly being that I don't see the point just yet, considering that we're currently on Euro Truck Simulator version 131. 132, they stated that it's coming soon. We don't know exactly when, but it's supposedly coming very soon, and when that actually happens, it means that you know, this Pro Mods version is going to break. So is 230, and they've said on their forums, I think they said in the email I got as well, that if when 232, well, when 132 drops for Euro Truck, they said that it's going to take them a bare minimum of 6 weeks to update Pro Mods to work with all the new features that's coming in 132. With this series itself, I will be obviously updating to 132, and I will be obviously getting rid of Pro Mods, and you know, we're going to be playing it kind of more stock vanilla, but it means that we can then try out new features and stuff like that that's coming with the update itself. I think that'll be something quite nice to talk about, and you know, kind of get into all the features and stuff like that. So since it's going to take bare minimum 6 weeks, could take more, obviously that's when we're going to be running probably a different set of mods. We're probably going to be running some of the stuff off the Steam Workshop, so like real tires, real weather, real time, engines, physics and stuff like that. Usually that kind of stuff doesn't work with Pro Mods, but that's something that I'm thinking of doing, so we can kind of have that. The only thing we won't have will be like real companies and real trailers and stuff like that, because that's with the Pro Mod stuff, and obviously we won't be able to use that until everything is updated. So that's kind of how we're going to be doing that. So yeah, that's kind of how it's gonna go. As for my YouTube channel, we'll talk about that a little bit later on. For now, I want to just kind of fire this into a time lapse, and we'll get down to Dover, get down onto the Eurostar and into Calais, and then from there we can then start talking more or less about the YouTube channel and how where I want to take it, suggestions from you guys, honest suggestions and that kind of thing. And yeah, we'll talk about that as we're driving through parts of France. Okay, guys, so for some reason, when I was driving the truck then, for some bizarre, ungodly known reason, it turned out that the truck trailer had got stuck on an invisible barrier around the lamppost. So that was a whole lot of BS then, and made no sense why it did what it did. So what I'm thinking of doing is, what we'll do is we'll try our best to get back up over to the channel tunnel, and what we'll do is we will without destroying any cars around here in Felixstowe, what we'll do is we'll try our best next time to try and avoid that lamppost, because for some reason my bounding box on my trailer must be quite wide, and it must be somewhat awkward with the bounding box on the lamppost as well, which made it all the more awkward. So what I'll do is try nice and slow down here. Okay, right. So we've got a asphalt miller on the back, which is like a giant machine that cuts up all the asphalt in the road, so that they can then reuse it or bin it or whatever. So it's somewhat needed in Spain, and we're trying to get it there. I will probably take a hit on the what you call it. I'll probably take a hit on the money, because it said the trailer damage was 7%. So I'll probably take that. It'd probably be like another, maybe like a grand or two for the damage. But again, it's not totally my fault, because I thought we could actually get through that. I thought we would have been able to easily get through that gap, because I mean the gap that we was going through was pretty tiny, and the truck trailer is pretty narrow. So I've done this. I've gone through that part where that lamppost was a few times with box cars and curtain trailers, and no problems. But it, for some strange reason, seems like there was a massive problem with it. Come using the trailer we're using now, makes no sense. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to try our best to get around that now. And if not, what we could do is we could go through a different way. We might even be able to yeah, we might even be able to get through without any problems. So what I'll do in this time is slow down. See, look there. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go over here. I'm going to go through that gap there, or around here. There we go. And that's now give us a little bit of a weird. There we go. Yeah, we're fine. We've cleared it. So we'll make our way into Calais, and then we'll talk a little bit more. We are now in France. We now got 70% trailer damage because, for some strange reason, unbeknownst to me, and I don't get why it does it, but it seems to be that the Eurostar is glitching out so that it throws my truck everywhere. I've seen that happen with people in the past, and it's happened with me a couple times, but I didn't expect it to do what it did, which was annoying. Right, so we need a. We really do need to get out of here. Right. So get out of here. Right then, on our way to Spain now. So, like I was talking before we did the time lapse and everything, I said that once we got here, we would talk about you know, my YouTube channel, where I want to take it. Now, I know some people would class this as a channel update, but it's really not. It's just kind of, this is what I want to do. This is kind of the way that I'm going to do it. And I want to have honest feedback from you guys on what you think about it. And then also, I also want to, you know, get some feedback on maybe suggesting a few things as well. So I do want to apologize that if you did watch my channel at the start, before all what's happened with the reboots and everything, if you watched it all, I do want to apologize for that. There was not many videos going out. I did go on holiday vacation for a couple of weeks, so I was relying on trying to bulk record things and bulk edit things and get them out, and then trying to get some friends to post it so that at least there'd be some people watching it. Obviously they've got their own channels, they've got their own things to do, so you know, I'm not blaming them or anything, because you know, I said to them their videos and their stuff takes precedence over mine, which is true. And you know, I do want to apologize for the lack of videos for that. As well as that, there is going to be some new content coming out. I'm going to be uploading X-Plane 11. Oh, we're getting tired, so I'm going to have to pull over at a rest stop soon. Yeah, we are getting what do you call it? We are getting new content. We are getting X-Plane 11. X-Plane 11 is going to be something that we pull out onto you know, the interwebs, onto the channel. That's going to kind of help, you know, this series with the plane side of things, the aviation side. Something that I've been planning to do. Like I said, it's worlds and wide. It's not just one simulator. It's going to be a multitude of simulators. So X-Plane 11 is going to be one thing that we're going to add to that. As well as that, I am also going to be doing something with X-Plane 11 as well, which is that I'm going to try my best to kind of do a world tour with various different aircraft I've got paid and freeware and stuff like that. And it's going to be something that I do on my own, but also with friends as well. Something that I know a friend of mine, Johnny951, was planning to do. I think he's doing it by himself, although he said he wasn't sure. I know for me, I'm going to be doing like a 50-50. It's going to be friends and viewers, and also by myself as well. That's the kind of thing I want to do with that. 7 Days to Die is going to be something else that I'm going to be putting out. Now, they did say that the second week of September they was going to update to Alpha 17, which is the next update. Now, from what I've heard from friends who've kind of dug deep into the 7 Days to Die community and the forums and stuff like that. They're saying that it's highly unlikely that that's going to happen. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. So the way that that series is going to run is that I'm going to do an Alpha 16 playthrough, see how far we get until they update to the if it's an experimental branch of Alpha 17, then yeah, sure, I will cover it. Oh, actually, I know where I want to go. I want to go through this one. I don't want to go through pay till. I'll just do this. Right, so the idea with that is I'm going to do like an Alpha 16 playthrough, which is the current update that we're on. I'm going to try and get through as much as that as I can, and then obviously we'll then move over to Alpha 17 if it's an experimental branch or not, and we'll try and get through like what's new, what's been added, that kind of thing, and then kind of looking at all the features, but also then looking at you know, all the different things that we can do with it, I guess. And we're going to try and do then an Alpha 17 playthrough. So that's going to be what we're going to do. Yakuza 0, if anybody remembers Yakuza 0 that I did do a while back, we're actually going to, that's actually been retired. I've kind of got rid of that, but it's currently in a state of limbo, which is kind of a weird thing. So basically, if there's enough people out there that want it, I will by all means get that game out again, and I will you know, re-record it, and we will kind of... Oh, what are we stuck on? Let's have a look at this. What are we stuck on? Oh, I see what we're stuck on, I think. So yeah, let's see if we can go over this way a bit. Yep, we're out. Don't know, I got stuck on an invisible wall again. Right, so that's kind of what we're going to do with Yakuza 0. I will pull it out and re-record it, and we'll go through the entire game if people want to see that. As well as that, if people don't know, I do run a Twitch channel, and that's something that I run as like kind of like my main thing. YouTube used to be my main thing, but Twitch is my main thing now. It's something that I kind of do more than I do with videos. Videos is kind of like a secondary thing now, but it's still gonna be something that I take a fair bit of my time to do, as well as my streaming stuff. So you never know, you might see some 7 Days to Die stuff on there, you might see some Explain stuff on there, or you may see some just random games going on there, and something that we can do where we can get viewer suggestions from that. Again, that's something that I want to link into, which is that I do want suggestions for videos, but I also want suggestions for my Twitch channel. And then we can then have many things going on both sides, and there are plenty of stuff to do. And then finally is the charity stuff, which is something that we're doing throughout the entirety of September. It's something that me and a few friends are doing with a Discord that we run, and we are doing the charity streamathon for the Alzheimer's Society and fighting against Alzheimer's and dementia. It's quite a sad affliction and disease that you can get. No cure for it, but it's something that we want to kind of raise money for and raise awareness for as well. So we're currently 37% the way through our campaign. We're currently at £185, out to a possible 500. We did set it to 100 and we blasted through it, so we did really well with that. But we've upped it to 500 now. We're going to see if we can try and make 500 for it. So that's something that, you know, we want to do. So if you want to get involved with that, there's going to be a link to the page, the Just Giving page, down below in the description. and then if you ever swing by on the Twitch channel, you'll see it in one of the panels down below as well, and that's going to be running throughout the entirety of September. So if you've got a spare bit of change lying around, even $1, a cent, well, not a cent, $1, a pound, a euro, you name it, you got one of them lying around and you want to give it to charity, you can do. So that's kind of how we're going to do that. And that pretty much kind of wraps it all up. I want some honest opinions on this series so far, and this video so far. I know it might have been a little bit rambly. I also want some honest opinions and some suggestions for this game, because I know people don't like this game because it can be quite boring. And as well as that, I want some honest opinions and suggestions for games, ideas, you name it, and obviously some honest opinions on the YouTube channel of mine as well as my Twitch channel. So with that being said, we'll kick up the last time lapse and we'll make our way down to Spain. So with that being said, hope you've enjoyed the video. Give it a like, give it a comment, and yeah, we'll see you when we get to Spain. Alrighty guys, so we are now on the French-Spanish border. So we just crossed over, and now we're into España. So we're going to take the right here. Gonna be quite a challenge. Now, I don't know whether I've done this in the edit or not. I may have cut parts of the drive out to Spain. Ooh, bit of lag there. The reason for that is because it is an incredibly long drive. I think this recording is going to be well over an hour long. Obviously, it won't be from final edit, but this is insane in terms of driving. So hopefully we do well. Turns out that we got 17% trailer damage off the Eurostar because it glitched out and throws the truck about, which was not good. So we're gonna lose out, may lose out a big chunk of our money because of a glitch. Like I said, I've seen that before with other people. I think we're in there. Let's go up here and see if the road is in here. Is it? Yeah, it is. Right, okay. So, ooh, hello. There we go. Let's reset that. There we go. Alright, so most of the damage was done by the channel tunnel. We've got a couple more percentage on the damage as well because of some random bounding box issues on the actual road. It seems to have just like randomly kicked the road is just randomly clipped the back of the truck, even though the road is meant to be perfectly flat, but it's not. So let's see what we get at our final tolerable. See how much we get knocked off. 21 grand. So we made 5 grand out of that. That was rubbish. So basically, we got most of this money taken off. Shocking that. So we've only just broke even and back into the green on the money, which is no good at all. Obviously the overdraft has been settled, which is great. But yeah, that has been a terrible, if not pointless drive, because we didn't make any real profit out of that, because of the Eurostar screen is over. So not much I can do about that. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Honestly, let me know down below, drop a comment, let me know honestly what you thought of this video. Again, honestly, drop some suggestions down to see it, to kind of give me some ideas on what I can do with this side of the Worlds and Wide series, to kind of keep it more entertaining for you guys. And obviously, again, honest opinions on the channel and the Twitch channel, and honest suggestions for both again for that. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and bell notification on. The next Worlds and Wide video will be going out on a Monday. These are going out every Monday now. So yeah, that's how we're going to do that. So thank you for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take it easy.